who's come today. We really appreciate you coming. And particular welcome to the Threshold Singers from 11 other Threshold chapters in California. So, welcome. My name is Catherine Rose Kerner, and I am a member of the San Francisco Threshold Choir. Been a member since 2011. I'm a bedside singer, and I've served in leadership roles across the organization through the local as well as the international level. We in San Francisco are really happy to have this celebration here for our 25 years. And especially in this place, the Columbarium. Can I get a show of hands of people who have not been here before? Oh, good. We're in for a treat. The acoustics in here are fantastic, and which is why we like to sing here, because it makes us sound better than we really are. Let's get real. That's kind of what we do. I want to tell you a little bit about the space so that you can kind of, feel the space. It was built in 1898, and it was the original Oddfellows Temple. And I just love that there's an organization called Oddfellows. I feel like I should belong to it. This particular building that we're in is known as the chapel. And it's where all the services are held, whatever. And as you can see, there are others joining us here. And that's kind of one of the reasons we like singing here, is because we really feel like we're singing for them. And the conservative estimate of the people whose final resting places here is 30,000 people. So say hello. Why not, Since the first baby's cry to the ethereal sounds of Hildegard, humans have been soothing other humans with singing. The Threshold Choir is the present-day incarnation of this particular lineage of singers who sing to provide comfort and care for those struggling or at the thresholds of life. And today we honor that lineage. Before we get started, there's a couple of logistics. Number one, the exits. So there are two exits. There's one in the back that you came in from, and there's one over to the side here. The restrooms are located in the back building through these doors into the back. If you have a metal water bottle, this is like a tongue twister. If you have a metal water bottle, could you please secure it? Because when that bottle hits the ground on this beautiful floor, it's impressive. It's really got a pitch of its own, And then now's the time to silence your throats. We invite you, because we're a culture now of cell phones, we invite you to not record this today, because we're recording it. And it will be up on our YouTube channel in a couple of weeks. So the whole thing will be recorded for your view. We'd like you just to experience our music and what it's like to be here with people singing in this beautiful space. And that will also honor our agreements with our songwriters that it will be recorded or posted on social media. So much appreciated for that. So, we're going to start with a 6-minute video. And this is a video that was produced by Rachel Bergman at KQED. And it was a news segment. And she and former executive director Heidi dresser and I, so the three of us worked on putting this particular piece about the threshold choir together. And one of the things we wanted to make sure is that it showed the threshold choir, what it was, it showed the experience of the singers, and it showed the experience of the patient. So those were all really important, and this video did a beautiful job. And we also wanted to include our founder in there. Unfortunately, our founder couldn't be here today, but Kate Munger is the founder of the Threshold Choir. And she's in this video. So, Samuel, when you're ready, this video answers the question, what is the Threshold Choir? You are not alone. I am here now.
I'm 38. My full name is Adrian Luca Brooks Sager. I have terminal brain cancer.
I want to do this work of singing at the bedside of people who are dying because I feel very strongly that death is a very real part of life and we can't just ignore it. May peace be with you. When I go to the bedside, it is an opportunity to be in a very sacred space with someone because you are there with a person in their most intimate time. They're going through their own questions about why me, am I going to see tomorrow? They're reflecting in a way that is very pure.
I am Kate Munger. I'm the founder of the Threshold Choir. In 1990, I was asked to fill in a volunteer slot for a friend who was dying of HIV/AIDS. It was very distressing to see him comatose and agitated. So I did what I did at the time when I was nervous or afraid, and I started singing. I watched him calm, settle, get positively serene, and I calmed, settled, and got positively serene, and I felt that I had discovered something, or rediscovered something, an ancient practice that tribal humans do for one another when someone's struggling.
It's helped with relieving some of my pain, some of my physical pain in my head. I just smile a lot.
I came close to death. I had a brain tumor that was very large, and it was a pretty scary time. And I came out of that surgery blind and unable to walk. And I had an opportunity to decide, okay, what am I going to do now? You know, if I get better, I'm going to do something important. I was left to sing, and I heard there were these people that sang to people who were dying. And I thought that was the most incredible thing I'd ever heard. I got a little shiver up my spine, and I thought, oh, I've got to go do this.
When they hear that first sound, especially when they hear the harmonies, it's a visceral experience. It's full body absorption of vibration.
Would you like some more songs? Or is that enough?
You can see that they begin to breathe more easily, and it's just a feeling that they are relaxed and comfortable. And when they're feeling that way, you feel better, and it's just a reciprocal energy that goes back and forth.
I believe that our purpose as human beings is to be givers. However we can, we go through the hardships of life, we go through the beauty of life, we take all the energy and we find a way to give and help others. So I'm proud of them.
We sing mostly small songs that are written by the choir members. People who don't do it don't get it. They just don't, they're like, why are you are you doing that? And I think what they're terrified of is actually seeing somebody who's dying. Most of us think of death as an event, but when I have seen people in their dying, it's a process. I've been able to at least watch the process in others and ask myself, how will I do it? Which I never would have had that conversation ever. I would have just sat in fear.
Rest easy.
A song can be a bridge from the purely physical, temporal body experience that we have for many years to what lies beyond.
Let every trouble drift away.
Doing this work has made me feel more alive and more into being in the moment. And I hope that at some point in the future, when I am on the threshold, someone will come and sing to me these beautiful, peaceful songs.
We are all just walking each other.
When they come to sing, is an act of love and support, which is what I need most in my life right now.
We are all just walking each other home.
Thank you, Sara, for showing us. I need to look back and see what lipstick I was wearing. But that's a good color. That was an absolutely incredible experience, and we feel like it really touched all of the important things about the threshold choir in 6 minutes. So thank you, KQEZ. The thing that doesn't tell you is it does not tell you that the Threshold Choir is a non-profit organization. And it doesn't tell you that the volunteers in that organization provide the service free of charge. So we love what we do, and there's meaning in what we do, and so we keep on doing it. I'd like to move to the first speaker of our program, Carolyn Pincus. Carolyn is a bedside singer and a member of the San Francisco Threshold Choir Leadership Circle. And she's going to tell us a little bit about the history of Threshold Choir. Carolyn.
Hi, everybody. So some of what I'm going to say repeats a little bit of what you heard. You'll forgive me if that happens. So I've been singing with the San Francisco Threshold Choir for about 6.5 years. And I've been asked to give you a brief history of the choir. It's tough to be brief. The choir is such a beautiful and rich and varied stories and tradition. The Threshold Choir, as Kate said, was founded in 2000, but the seed of the idea came when she was singing for her dying friend. She sang because she needed to calm herself, and she found that in singing for her friend Larry, she brought incredible peace into the room, and she never wanted to stop. She sang for Larry for 2.5 hours by herself, sometimes repeating a song over and over and over again to bring that energy of calm and peace into the room. Several years later, while on a road trip, Kate found herself singing for roadkill. Every time she encountered a dead animal, she would sing a little blessing to honor the end of its life. These two experiences, she said, and a lifelong love of singing, inspired her to found a choir dedicated to accompanying people at life's thresholds. And that remains the choir's mission to this day. On the vernal equinox, March 21st, 2000, so exactly 25 years ago yesterday, the first group of threshold singers gathered in a living room in El Cerrito, just across the bay. And most of the 15 women present that day are still active in the choir. Perhaps some of them are even in the room. I don't know. East Bay and Marin chapters followed soon after, and then San Francisco and Sonoma and several others around the Bay Area. And for the first several years, Kate led every choir's rehearsal, driving hundreds of miles around the Bay Area every week to lead the choirs. Eventually, she decided to turn over leadership to some of the local members. And then she watched this incredible thing she had created grow. There are 200 threshold choirs around the world, and a total of about 2,500 singers. And new chapters are forming all the time. We have chapters in New Zealand, in Australia, in Amsterdam and in the UK, in Guatemala and Oaxaca, Mexico, and many chapters in Canada, as well as all across the US. And lots of us visit the other choirs when we travel. We're a little tribe of threshold singers. So you may be wondering beyond what you could see, what it is we do exactly. So we bring brief songs of comfort and peace, most of them written by members of the larger threshold community, to the bedsides of the ill and dying, whether in hospices, hospitals, or private homes. While we have a repertoire of about 500 songs, and we have a repertoire of about 500 songs, and more of them in other languages. You'll hear an example today of one of our several beautiful songs in Spanish. Although our choirs can have anywhere from 6 to 60 members or more, we go to bedsides, as you could see, in groups of 3 or 4, and so that we can sing in harmony. And we make regular rounds at hospitals and hospices, such as Coming Home Hospice in the Castro, the San Francisco Center for Jewish Living, and City View, which is a post-acute rehab center. And we are just about to start a regular sing at Kaiser Hospital. We also sing by request in private homes, and sometimes we're lucky enough to be able to sing for the families of the dying as well. Last year alone, Thresholders sang 23,000 times. Our choir alone, the San Francisco choir, sang nearly 900 times. We occasionally sing spirituals or oldies, though we mostly stick with our repertoire. And these days, of course, more and more of us are saying, what's an oldie? And the Beatles is an oldie. The other day we sang for an 88-year-old deadhead. Let me add that we don't consider ourselves performers. We're not performers. We are what we call a presence choir. And as Kate mentioned, our services are always free. As Kate Munger once said, any song can be a bedside song if you sing it slowly enough. My own discovery of the choir started when I stumbled on that KQED news segment. And I have always been drawn to work with elders, and I love to sing. And I've had many profound experiences with friends and family as they died. In fact, my sister died when she was 40 years old, and we had her funeral in this room. So when I sing here, I always feel like even though she's not here in one of the little boxes, I get a chance to be with her when I come and sing here. When I attended my first practice, I knew I had found my singing home. I am not a religious person, but I often say that singing at the bedside with the threshold choir is the holiest thing I have ever done. Please enjoy the rest of the program, and thank you.
And Peggy is a bedside singer in San Francisco Threshold Choir. She's a rehearsal leader, and also she serves on the Threshold Choir repertoire team. And she's going to talk to us about the Threshold Choir repertoire.
Thank you, Catherine. I'm afraid that a lot of what I say is going to be repetition, but it never hurts to hear things more than once. For the past several years, I have been on a committee that has been working on preserving and improving access to the songs in our repertoire. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about the songs. This repertoire of songs, used by threshold choir members in all of our chapters around the world, is a unique collection in the world of music. It's a library of folk-type songs specific to the threshold choir mission of singing at the thresholds of life, making kindness audible, and has defined its own niche in the genre of choral music. Our repertoire of nearly 600 songs has been inspired by the call to soothe and comfort people at life's end. Throughout the past 25 years of singing at bedsides, our songs have emerged, born from first-hand experiences of singers who tapped the muse to fill the need. There are a handful of songs that we sing that are traditional, such as Amazing Grace or Breathing-Patricia. However, the majority of the songs in this repertoire have been composed by our members, often inspired by specific bedside experiences. And while the majority of the songs are in English, we are working to expand our songs offerings in other languages by translating existing songs. We currently have several dozen songs in Spanish and some in Hebrew. The threshold choir repertoire serves as a vehicle transporting balm for the soul by a song and spirit for people who are dying or suffering through life's challenges. In addition, it is the thread that renews and weaves members together. It is the language of our tribe. As we lift people up receiving our music, we in turn are comforted and connect more deeply with one another. This common language, through song, unites us as a singing community, serving all who need us around the world, linking us through our service to members everywhere. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the founding of Threshold Choir. To honor the occasion, we sent out a survey last fall to all of the chapters asking them what their top 10 favorite songs were. From their responses, we compiled a list of 25 most loved bedside songs. And we are thrilled to be able to offer this album now to the public. We hope that it will be used to bring comfort to you and your loved ones, whenever and wherever needed. You may purchase the songs, either individually or as a collection, by downloading the QR code on the back of your program. This afternoon, we hope to give you a sense of the comfort these songs can bring by singing selections from our new album, Rest Easy. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Of note, the artwork is done by her. Okay, so I would like to bring forward Charmaine Emery. And Charmaine, where did she go?
Right here.
Okay. So Charmaine is the founding member of the San Francisco Threshold Choir. She's a rehearsal leader, a bedside singer, and she serves on the leadership circle in San Francisco. And she's a great singer. And she's going to lead us in one of the repertoire offerings. So that's on the Rest Easy collection.
Thank you, Kate. Rose? She didn't say I was bossy. I was surprised. I'm here to lead the choir in Arms of Grace, written by Peggy, who lives up in Oregon. And this is one about families. And so when we're at a bedside and there are family members, we often do this song. And it's very just right for this occasion here because there's a lot of, besides just San Francisco, who's in the San Francisco Threshold Choir? Okay. Somebody of you out there. And then we have Marin, East Bay, North Bay, Sonoma, Napa, Davis. You get gold scarf, I think, coming from the farthest. Anybody else? Okay, and family and friends. And since we are, this is a song about family, this is perfect. Oh, this family in our hearts, watch over all their loved ones, help the children make their way, and hold them in the arms of grace. Oh, this family in your heart, watch over all their loved ones, help the children make their way, and hold them in the arms of grace. And hold them in the arms of grace.
Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you so much. So we've heard a little bit about what we do. We've heard some of the songs. Now's the time is to have some testimonials here. So we're not making it up. Okay. Our first person who's just beloved to all of us is Robin Finkelstein. She's a nurse. She's the administrator of Hallam Hospice, and we absolutely adore her. So we'd love you to come up and tell us, do you adore us?
Yes.
Well, first of all, congratulations. 25 years of doing anything just as successfully as you're doing 25 years. I would like everybody here to give them a huge round of applause. The other thing is I want to express gratitude to you. Thanks for so many of you, I see all of your faces, who come into Coming Home Hospice on every Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And they're ready and waiting. All week long, their chairs, their little stools sit in our conference room that are there, just a testimonial that they're going to come on Thursday. And I've been at Coming Home now for 6 years. I had no idea what the threshold choir was, but the minute they walked through our doors and I got to meet them, I realized that they really possess the same why that I do. I think when we work with patients that are at end of life, you really need to have a strong understanding of why you do it. Because most people don't ever want to spend their time with people that are dying. I find it to be one of the most fulfilling parts of my life. And when I met the Threshold Choir, Peggy, Karen, Kate, so many of you, I knew that you had in your heart the same part of my heart. And that is a very strong why of serving people at a time of life that is so scary. at a time of life where people are grieving, not just the family members, but the patients are grieving their losses, at a time when there's such anxiety, when there's pain and suffering. But yet you do not have to focus on that negative. What you do is, with the threshold choir, what they bring is they bring grace, they bring hope, they bring comfort, they bring joy. Singing brings joy and smiles. And you know, I cannot thank them enough for bringing that joy to coming home. And they come in every week and sing to our patients. But you know, they do another thing that's very special, is that they get to know some of the patients that come home. And after they die, if they see that patient's room is still empty, they'll go in and sing for their final rest. And for that I am so grateful, because it truly shows their why. The last thing I just want to add is that so many of this group have come to our remembrance services, and we have the most gorgeous living room. It was a chapel of our convent that was turned into a hospice house. And this chapel is filled with stained glass windows and beautiful things, just like it is here, not nearly as nice. But I will say this, when people are there and they're singing to the families of the bereaved and of the bereaved, they do something so special. They bring such peace, they bring such grace, but they also bring joy. And I will say that, you know, most people think that hospice is a place of super sadness, but I disagree. Hospice is a place where we focus on comfort, we focus on joy, we focus on helping people through that time of life. And do you know what? I am so thankful that the Threshold Choir is here. For the women that come every week, I cannot express my gratitude. And let me just say, the minute they walk in on that Thursday, they practice right next to my office, and my whole day changes. It doesn't matter what has happened, they bring me such great joy. And I often just sit outside of a room and listen to them. And you know, I don't disturb them because that's their time. But to listen to them, it matters. It makes a difference. Thank you. Congratulations on 25 years. You are always in my heart.
was a beautiful 6-bed Victorian home that in Lower Case Valley goes home to many souls. The first time I heard about the Threshold Choir, for me, they were a name on the schedule. An event that was occurring in the late afternoon, but it was the way the nurses and staff were busy preparing for their visit, making sure that the residents' needs were taken care of and ready for the singing visitors. In the kitchen, there was even more activity as they prepared something delectable to offer. The entire house smelled sweet with something good baking in the oven. staring at the house with even more anticipation. I worked in the office, which was a small detached garage in the back of the property adjacent to the garden. Almost impossible to make out any noise from inside the house. It was late in the workday, and I knew that everyone was busy with the preparations. So when I heard the doorbell, I went over to the house to open the front door. There were 3 women who introduced themselves as the Threshold Choir. At the first floor landing, before walking up the staircase to the second floor, where all the residents lived. On my way back, I decided to have a tea and sample that corn pastry, which was now on the dining table of the house. And sitting in that dining room, taking time for rest, in the solace of that silence, I became witness to the beauty of this house come alive with the harmony of voices, the spirit of generosity, compassion, and kindness filling this entire home, the sounds cascading down from the second floor and filling every fiber of that house with love. I did not want to go back to that office. I wanted to stay in the house to hear them sing and allow that music to comfort me, to rest my busy mind and let the music dance with my heart and the unknown, timeless parts of myself. These are the moments I think about when I offer the service of the Threshold Choir to our patients and their friends and family who are bedside, in hopes that their loved one can experience the vibration of these voices. Today, the families and friends of patients have shared stories similar to what I experienced at Zen Hospice. They include an abundance of gratitude for their service, their volunteerism, their kindness, their voices to accompany their loved one as they transition from this existence. This one is from a wife of a dying patient. I am touched by the music. I can feel the voices lifting and helping my husband through this difficult time. And I was left with a sense of calm and peace. Thank you, Threshold Choir. Thank you, Threshold.
Thank you, Sara. Okay, so the next part of the program is going to be our attempt to give you a bedside experience. Okay? So there are people moving behind me to get things in place. If we were in the musical Hamilton, it would have a circular stage and everything rolling around in it. But anyway, so let me explain to you what we're going to do. We have 2 anti-gravity chairs, so and we'll need. We're going to do 2 rounds of singing, asking for 4 volunteers when we get there. So we'll need 2 volunteers at a time. And what that volunteer is going to do is come up, be assisted to sit in the chair, and then we're going to sing 3 songs to that first set, and then they're going to leave, and then the next set, hopefully we'll have 2 more people to come in, sit down, and we'll sing another 3 songs. And those songs are from the Rest Easy collection. So you get a taste of what kind of music, and they're all different kinds of music. And they're not all sad, just a heads up. They're not all sad. They're meaningful, that sort of. Okay, so do we have a volunteer? Do we have a volunteer? Okay, we got volunteers. Okay, so Ellen's going to have to be the chief chairperson in charge because have two more people that would like to come up. One more. thank you for our volunteers. Appreciate it. Are we going to take the chairs away? How are we going to take this out? We will close our program today with two of our beloved singers. We will have a poem, and then we will follow by a song. But before we go into the closing mode, I really want to thank the San Francisco Columbarium Funeral Home for hosting us here today. I want to thank Pete's Coffee for donating coffee, for Trader Joe's for donating food and stuff, which then leads me to, after our last song, we'll have a little reception, so behind the closed curtains, there's actually stuff to eat. And so you're welcome to come and join us for some cider, for some Pellegrino water, for some snacks, and we'd love to just catch up and hear how things are going. Okay, I'd first like to invite Karen Mooney up to speak, and she will be reading us a poem by Ruth Burgess. Karen is a bedside singer in the San Francisco Threshold Choir. She is also a rehearsal leader and serves on various committees in the International Threshold Choir realm. So, are you standing behind me, Karen? Okay. I should have this lined out a little bit better. I'm sorry. I don't think all of a sudden, I'm like, where did you go? Okay. Oh, wait. And after Karen, Charmaine, Emery will lead us in a closing song.
Good afternoon. I will be reading a poem by poet Ruth Burgess titled, We Let You Go. Into the darkness and warmth of the earth, we lay you down. Into the sadness and smiles of our memories, we lay you down. Into the cycle of living and dying and rising again, we lay you down. May you rest in peace, in fulfillment, in loving. May you run straight home in God's embrace, into the freedom of wind and sunshine, we let you go. Into the dance of the stars and the planets, we let you go. Into the wind's breath and the hands of the star maker, we let you go. We love you, we miss you, we want you to be happy. Go safely, go dancing,